Oh, Pearl, I'm really sorry that we're not going to be able to work on you here for just a little bit.
Russ, are you flirting with your girlfriend again?
Just letting her down easy. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm rebuilding a 1977 Mobile Traveler motorhome. This is all about the MT and me. Welcome back, my gnomes. Today we are going to start the process of getting Lady, our Jeep Liberty, ready to do a little car camping. We've been doing some research, watching some videos, and figuring out how we can convert the relatively small space inside this Jeep mini SUV into a place that'll be livable for at least a week, 10 days, something like that. We're not dealing with a whole lot of room. Got about 49 inches across there. 30 from the back of the seat to here. However, we figure these seats are going to go down, so let's drop them.
Wave at the neighbors.
Now that 30 inches turned into basically 5 feet. We're here in the south, so anyone who drives by, we know, and they know us. Small town south, that's the way it is. You always will. The biggest thing is going to be surviving back here. Well, I can sit up. There's all kinds of headroom. That's nice.
Can you lay down?
Can I lay down? Back door open.
I think that might actually be an issue.
Well, maybe. Really can't even do it crosswise. Of course,
Have you moved the seat up yet?
this seat is not all the way up.
Oh.
See how much difference that might make.
Okay. Now get in there and lay down. Oh look, see you can get in and out of that door.
Yeah.
Let your head hang off for right now.
Oh yeah, this will work. It is great, yeah. Right against the back door, and yeah, I can do this.
All I gotta do is add a board.
Handy handle up there. Okay, so if I can lay there, I assume you can lay on the other side. But we're not going to have all this space to ourselves because we're going to need room for other stuff. We're looking at building some sort of cabinet structures to the side here.
Yes, this is some of my non-artwork.
Well, and the important thing here to figure is the shape of this. This is the side that's against the wall itself. The idea being that we only come out about 5 inches here at the bottom, but after coming up maybe, I don't know, a foot. What you got on here?
It's about a 1.5 feet.
Foot and a half, you know, somewhere about this height, to slope it out a little bit more, to give us a little more room in the storage area.
More depth.
That way, more
Yeah.
depth, exactly.
Plus
that way,
we can go into the window well.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
And that's a deep, you're looking at almost 6 inches difference there, right there. So you can go into that to get a little more depth. On this side, maybe something just a little simpler, 4 or 5 inches out, where we can put our camp stove and perhaps a tabletop for it. And we've also discussed figuring out a way to get some of our camera gear, tripod and stuff over here too. It may have to go somewhere else. And then come up with the camp stove. It's propane, of course, uses the
Green bottles.
Yeah, the green bottles, half gallon. It's quarts,
1 pound.
Quarts, 1 pound. It's a 1 pound bottle. And so we've come up with some sort of netting system up here, maybe to hold a couple
Well,
of them.
it's carpenter's cloth. That's
Carpenter's
not the same
cloth.
thing as
No, that's
netting.
not net. It's a little firmer, more
Yeah.
firm than net. So so that's the idea. We will, of course, put down some sort of padding for the bedding. We have a cot, actually a hide-a-bed mattress that we might see would work. Other than that, Rie, you've got some, is it flannel?
It's fleece.
Fleece, okay.
Arctic fleece.
A lot of fleece that Rie thinks she can put together into a very nice bed pad. It sounds good to me. I have a quillo that's made out of that. It is
And
warm.
for anyone who does not know what a quillo is, it is a blanket with a pocket on it that folds up to look like a pillow.
Right. Yeah, you fold the entire thing into the pocket, and you have a nice big fluffy pillow. But you unfold it, and you have a single person size blanket. Really.
Yeah.
Very
With
nice.
a pocket for your feet.
Yeah, very nice. With a pocket for your feet. You can see, as it is in most SUVs, the seats don't lay completely down flat. So you've got from here to there a slide upward slope.
That's the amount of drop, change, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So if we were to try and level it, it would be
Almost impossible.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was thinking that I would do the two different cabinets. The one that you were showing off there with toiletries and all on the bottom, and then the removable kitchen cabinet on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then next to that, on top of the seat back, at an angle, we would do the clothes storage. Like
Right
down here
here.
on the bottom of the, oh yeah, down here on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you'll notice the measurement is whatever.
Yeah. We want to leave this side open so that we can enter and exit out this door, the one I came in a while ago. The main reason being that on this particular model of the Liberty, there are no inner controls for the rear door. So once this rear door is closed and the hatch window brought down, you're in here.
Yeah, you don't get out this way.
you don't get back out through the rear. So
Unless you break open that panel right there and, you know.
we have an idea about putting a French cleat on the tailgate there so that we can hang a table on it. That table would be for the camp stove. Still working on the details on that. But it
We
would
could-
also double, pardon?
No, go ahead.
It would also double later on for
A tabletop over by that door? Or by that window? Is that what you mean?
I was actually talking about the French cleats.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's for the toiletry bins.
The French cleats will be someplace to hang our toiletries too, because this area also will be our privacy area. We have,
Step out and show it around.
yeah, we have quite a collection of tent poles.
We are, after all, old Boy Scouts.
As I said, we spent a dozen years or more scouting, actually longer than that. So we went through quite a collection of tents, and we still have a collection of poles, especially the flex poles and the section flex poles, you know. So we have an idea to take one of them and attach it in some way to ladies' luggage rack up here. come out and around, and Rie is going to, here once again, make a privacy curtain that hangs over that so that we can close in this entire area. That way we've got this area for changing, for bathroom business, or even to take a shower or to rinse off and wash off. So therefore that's where our toiletries hanging on the door would come in handy for something like that.
There'll also be a short curtain to cover the bottom of the Jeep there too.
Well, oh yes, true, obviously.
Yeah,
so,
down there.
All right.
So that, you know, no cold breezes.
The biggest challenge here, I think, is just figuring out what all we're going to take with us and where everything's going to go. And how much stuff is going to have to be moved between travel and camping. So, okay, we've got the passenger seat up front. We're kind of figuring, let's leave the driver's seat open as much at all times, just in case we have to bug out of somewhere real quick, you know. You just jump up there and fire up and take off.
This is a new term for you, bug out.
Bug out, like they do in the movies, you know. Just
He's loving bug out.
Gotta make a fast getaway, just in case, just a safety thing, okay? But the passenger seat during the day carries whoever's not driving, and there's still some room in the floorboard there in front of them. Anything that goes in that seat is going to have to be in the back during the day while we're traveling, and then move back and forth. So we don't want to put anything that's difficult to move around, I guess, or something we're going to get tired of changing positions in. We debated where's the best place to carry our water. Here again, it's something that you can move, but you don't want to have to do it a whole lot because water is a little heavy and cumbersome sometimes, depending on how much how much quantity you're dealing with. And we've thought about gallon jugs. We've got a big 5-gallon, one of those inflatable 5-gallon containers that we might use. So there's several possibilities.
Yeah,
there.
I'm still rooting for a 3-gallon square.
I think those 3-gallon, that's the great compromise size. And it's not too heavy. It's got a handle on it. It's easy to move. They stack real well.
Yeah, they're square.
And they're square, yeah. So,
yeah.
So.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're standing right now.
Are you like procrastinating on taking measurements, or?
No, not really. That is, what, 68 inches. So that's just a couple of inches shy of me. I'm right at about 70. But we can make that work. Over here on your side, you got 5 feet. You fit in 5 feet. You're actually 5'2½". That half is very important. So
the older I get, the more important it becomes.
So we're actually both coming up short by just about the same amount. So we scrunched up a little bit. But
I think we'll be okay.
7, maybe 30, 31 inches of actual space. It's kind of tight, but
Legroom.
as far as legroom goes, up here we'll be able to spread out a little more because of our in the upper body and torso area, because it is wider. So our knees and toes will be cozy, is all I can say. But we can probably handle that. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. As I said before, it's this is well, at least a twofold venture. The second purpose is to allow Rie, well, really to allow us. I say Rie because she's the one that does most of this work. In some little experimenting with construction techniques. I have bragged before about her abilities with cardboard. So we're going to start out with cardboard as one of the primary structural elements here. But it has to be reinforced, it has to be waterproof, it's got to be structurally sound. So this is going to give her a chance to work on some of these techniques and maybe improve what she's even done in the past.
What was it I said earlier? The cardboard queen's going to become the cardboard emperor?
The Empress, absolutely. She will be the Empress of cardboard. So now, any of you who know Rie know exactly what I'm talking about when I say cardboard queen. If you don't know her, you're probably going to find out before this project's over with. So, but some of my nomies there, I've worked with her in haunted houses and all the stuff that we've built out of cardboard, that if it can last to a haunted house, oh, it won't have any trouble traveling to Virginia and back, trust me. So, and some of these cardboard techniques might actually find their way into pearl later on when we start doing the interior there, because in pearl, weight is a big consideration, and in pearl or in any RV, motorhome for that matter, you've got some maximum weight limits, and that includes everything you own. So your basic structures, you know, the actual furniture and things like that, you want it to be as lightweight as possible so that you can carry more of your own stuff, right? So it's a consideration, and some of this may contribute eventually to construction in pearl. So
and the HDPE.
Oh, that's right, that's right. We have in the past experimented just a little bit with HDPE, which is high.
Let's show them.
This is HDPE, high density polyethylene. Containers like this are made of it. Coffee cans, soap containers. It's used all over the plastic industry. It is a #2 recyclable, and it has a relatively low melting point. Therefore, you can cut it into strips, or actually particles. The smaller chunks you can get, the better. Put it in a heat source, let's say a toaster oven, you know, in little sandwich makers or something like that. Or put it on a tray in a toaster oven, heat it, and it will all melt together. And when it cools off and dries, it's harder than rock. It is an amazing surface and substance. Look at this, for example. These are pieces melted on to another piece. But if you have colored HDPE, it stays the color that it is. Or if you have white or clear, it will also maintain its tint as well. You can melt
If it's clear, it's not type 2.
Oh, if it's, well, that's true, because type 2 doesn't actually come in clear, does it? It's going to be a milky white. Milk cartons are the, I guess, most
That's
common
milk carton
example.
in your hand.
This is milk carton right here.
Milk carton and laundry detergent bottles.
So, see there? But you can melt them together.
Whenever we were first starting to play with this stuff.
This is us playing around. See, this was cut into pellets, basically, and was melted into this. And it is, come over here with it. I promise you could hammer a nail with it. It's that hard. You can get like this hot and this hot and literally fuse them together and make that. And it'll be just as hard and solid as before. We originally started looking into this with the thought of making countertops for a kitchen.
Quit rustling plastic while you're talking, please.
With the thought of anyway, countertops were our original idea, and that's still within the realm of possibility, because we've got to come up with countertops for pearl. So it may end up in the back of Lady here pretty soon as something or another, and you can bet that some of it is going to end up in pearl's interior eventually over the next year or so.
So what are you going to do now? Do you want to try that rust converter?
I'm just going to stand here until you turn the camera off. Just in case you're wondering how cold it has been the last couple of nights.
Now, it's 60 degrees right now, right?
Right.
Wow. Oh, wow. How thick is that?
Come here and look at that. It's that thick. So that's an inch. Almost an inch maybe. Here on the sides it's a lot thinner coming down. Just look at that.
That is crazy. You gonna throw it outside?
I can pick it up. You ready? Right on the rug. Here goes. Whoa! I think I dropped it. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
You gonna try
well-
to empty the pool before we get started now?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. You poured as much inside as you did outside.
Huh?
Separate them. I was saying you dumped as much water inside as you did outside.
That I did.
Because it's running out the back here.
Yeah.
That is a lot of water, Russ Miller.
Yeah, ended up dumping as much on the inside as I did the outside almost. It was a lot of water to dump out. I thought it was interesting that ice had actually formed between the, that's two pools, one inside another. It actually formed between them. Which it would because one of them leaks. That's why I've got one pool inside another.
Well, technically they both leak.
But anyway.
Anyway, Russ converter.
That's some big ice. Okay. Question is, where do we convert?
You want to do the ceiling or do you want to do a section on the wall? Well, I tell you what, why don't you go right there?
Yeah.
And just start up.
It's smells like solvent. It's kind of an icky gray color. The instructions say that in 4 to 6 hours it will dry to a black coating and actually seal the rust and the steel in. And at that point, it's an undercoat. You can paint over it. So, not that I'm planning on painting. I just want to see what this stuff does.
Okay, don't overwork it. Just because you can spread it thin doesn't mean you're supposed to, remember?
True. You know, it doesn't say anything about how to put the coating on there. That's one reason. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come out here and experiment with it today to find out how thick I was supposed to put it on and how it was going to behave. So this is only a test.
Wow, you sounded like that guy on the radio just now.
Wow, imagine that. I'll bet you I ain't never said those words before.
I bet you.
Well, I'll tell you what, since they're the odd man out, let's do these little braces on each side here.
Why don't you start right there and work your way across to the other one?
I'm not going to have enough to go all the way across.
Okay.
Just occurred to me that this technically means that I have already started using the rust converter on the ceiling, even though we don't have all the leaks fixed. So don't tell anyone. I know I can trust my gnomes to keep a secret. That's all I'm going to do today. You can find out how the rust converter works by watching our next video. We'll give you a recap and a follow-up and see what it's doing, alright? And we will also have made more progress on the conversion of Lady into a camper Jeep by that time as well. So be sure and tune in, alright? If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. We promise to try and make it interesting each and every week and to hold your rapt attention, okay? Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to share the video, tell your friends, follow us on Facebook and on our new website, the MT and Me, where you can get all kinds of background information. That's it, mtandme.com. All kinds of background information, plus access to all the videos, just like here on YouTube. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this time around and for watching. My loyal gnomes, take care till next time. I'm Russ. Rie is behind the camera. We'll talk later. So what exactly are you doing here?
I am testing to see if I can use polyurethane to waterproof cardboard. And I'm using this because it's what I have. And I like the color.
Just not in the can.
Just not in the can.
No.
No, the color in the can is very ugly. The color on the board is not so bad.